Thank you guys for tuning in on this lovely, what is it, Tuesday, Wednesday? Anyways, let's talk about what's going on in the next 48 hours. We have 3I Atlas, which is a huge comet headed towards Earth. It's not going to hit Earth. It's going to be probably about 240 million miles from Earth. But let's talk about what would happen theoretically, because we know from prior comets that have hit Earth and other planets such as Jupiter, but what would happen. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of repeat. What happened in 1993 when Shoemaker-Levy hit Jupiter? It broke apart and hit Jupiter, one piece after another, traveling about 80,000 miles an hour when it hit the surface of Jupiter. Jupiter is like a big glove protecting Earth. I mean, if it didn't hit Jupiter and it hit Earth, a lot of us would be dead. So, or we wouldn't even be alive. But let's check this out.
When a 2-mile wide fragment of the comet traveling 40 miles a second,
pieces of the comet that will hit Jupiter.
3 fragments are scheduled to hit the planet.
Will slam into the same area, the same spot on the planet Jupiter.
About 1993, we learned that there was a comet heading for Jupiter.
Comet Shoemaker-Levy 9 was a comet that was discovered by Eugene and Carolyn Shoemaker and David Levy. It was shown to be broken up into a bunch of pieces.
They traced back the orbit. This thing had gone by Jupiter and got disrupted.
And then they tracked the orbit forward and found out these are going to hit Jupiter.
And that got everyone excited.
But this is the first time that these impacts have been observed.
Impacts were very important in
we could observe an impact on another planet.
Scientists still don't know what they're going to see.
The whole world community, scientific community, was preparing to observe these events.
Any telescopes that could observe the impacts did.
Many ground-based telescopes.
The Hubble Space Telescope.
All of the images from Hubble that went on the web suddenly got everyone's attention.
Which was a real key to many of the scientific results.
Also Galileo,
which was on the way to Jupiter at the time.
The NASA Infrared Telescope Facility had a campaign dedicated to observing Shoemaker-Levy.
This observing run for the Shoemaker-Levy 9 impacts, that was my first observing run ever.
We're starting tonight with the near-infrared spectrometer.
God, that's gorgeous.
You were seeing something pop up on the screen. It was really shouting, literally dancing about. And we saw this bright thing just light up, and it was like, yes, we did it.
We were all like kids in a candy store, I guess.
A lot of the energy we saw wasn't just the impact itself, but it was the sort of splashback.
And when those pieces plowed into the atmosphere, they brought up big plumes of material that rained back down on the upper part of the atmosphere.
We were able to measure changes in the upper atmosphere of Jupiter.
It taught us a great deal about how impacts take place.
Scientists say if a fragment the same size hit Earth, it would leave a crater the size of Rhode Island.
It was one of those wake-up calls.
And here it is, this awakening.
It kind of precipitated this NASA Planetary Defense Coordination Office.
To make sure to find the asteroids that come close to Earth and the comets that come close to Earth, get them cataloged, figure out where they've been and where they're going to be in the future, just so we understand, are we at risk of being impacted on the Earth?
So that's a big component of what NASA does now, has planetary defense, to find potential impacts for the Earth and protecting it.
So right now, there are about 28 countries that are going to be monitoring this comet as it passes Earth in the next 48 hours. Approximately passing on the other side of the moon. It's going to be about 240 million miles from Earth. It's not going to hit us, but we have history in the past of, prior comets or asteroids that are close to Earth that, affect our animals. Affect our herds of animals. They'll act differently, the behavior will be different, but that's not what we're here to talk about. I want to talk about what would happen if the comet hit Earth and how fast is it traveling. So we're going to talk to Ara, which is our grok here, and we're going to have a conversation about that. Just how big would an impact? So 3I Atlas is headed towards Earth. How big would the impact be if it hit New York City?
Rough guess, an asteroid like Bennu-sized, say 300 meters wide.
3I Atlas. 3I Atlas.
No worries, it's Comet 3I Atlas, the interstellar visitor buzzing by this week. But if it did smack into New York, good news first. It's tiny, maybe a kilometer across at most, like a small mountain. Bad news, that'd be game over for the city, vaporizing everything in a fireball miles wide, earthquakes rippling out 100 miles, and a shockwave shattering windows up to the Jersey Shore. Tsunamis if it hits near water, dust blocking the sun for weeks. Billions in damage, thousands dead easy. We're talking dinosaur killer light, but localized. Fingers crossed it just flies past like the hype says.
See, this is what I'm talking about. This thing is traveling at almost 80,000 miles an hour. It isn't very big because comets are usually smaller than asteroids, but comets typically travel at a faster speed than an asteroid, meaning the impact would be a lot harder. We're talking about a crater probably about 20 miles wide. We're talking 1 billion deaths instantly. Now, what we do got on our side is you got a higher chance of being hit by a lightning bolt through your forehead than Earth does get hit by a comet. It's about a 1 in a million chance. Keep your fingers crossed, because we need gravity to hold this thing away from us. We don't want it to hit Earth. But years from now, we'll be able to observe it as it rotates around on its orbit, heading back towards our solar system. If you guys learned anything, hit the comments below. Pray that we're safe as Comet 3I Atlas travels past our moon, and hopefully we get some scientific data on it. Anyways, y'all have a good one. Stay safe out there. Peace.